Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. The Honorable Rector of Universitas Airlangga, to whom represented by Vice Rector of Universitas Airlangga for Internationalization, Digitalization, and Information, Dr. Muhammad Miftahus Surur, MKes PhD, Internist Consultant. The Honorable Dean of Medical Faculty, Universitas Airlangga, Profesor Dr. Budi Santoso, Gynecologist Consultant, the Honorable Head of Otorhinolaryngology Head and Neck Surgery Department, Dr. Muhtarum Yusuf, Otorhinolaryngology Head and Neck Surgery Consultant FICS, the Honorable Professors of Otorhinolaryngology Head and Neck Surgery Department, the Honorable Study Program Coordinator of Otorhinolaryngology Head and Neck Surgery Department, Dr. Artono, Otorhinolaryngology Head and Neck Surgery Consultant, FICS. Senior staff members and dearest residents. Last but not least, the Honorable Professor In Sok Moon as the Adjunct Professor of Otorhinolaryngology Head and Neck Surgery Department, Medical Faculty, Universitas Airlangga, Dr. Sutomo General Hospital, Surabaya, and to all our distinguished guests. Today is Thursday, August 26, 2021. We are in the Adjunct Professor Inauguration Ceremony organized by Otorhinolaryngology Head and Neck Surgery Department, Medical Faculty of Universitas Airlangga, Surabaya, Indonesia. In this precious opportunity, Otorhinolaryngology Head and Neck Surgery Department has proudly invited Professor In Sok Moon from Yonsei University College of Medicine, Department of Otorhinolaryngology, Seoul, South Korea. Before we start our inauguration ceremony, may I bring the rundown's programs today. First opening, continued by National Anthem Indonesia Raya, followed by Hymne Airlangga, curriculum vitae reading, opening speech by Head of Otorhinolaryngology Head and Neck Surgery Department, welcome speech by Dean of Medical Faculty Universitas Airlangga, scientific oration by Professor In Sok Moon, ceremonial formal speech by Rector, represented by Vice Rector of Universitas Airlangga, the inauguration ceremony, and closing. Thank you for your attention. Shall we start our inauguration ceremony? First of all, let us praise to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Because of His blessings, we can help and participate in this event. As our love and proudness to our homeland Indonesia and alma mater, we will listen to National Anthem Indonesia Raya, followed by Hymne Airlangga. To all guests, please put your right hand to the left chest for Indonesia Raya.
Indonesia tanah airku, tanah tumpah darahku. Di sanalah ku berdiri, jadi panggung hidupku. Indonesia kebangsaanku, bangsa
Thank you. Without further ado, the first agenda is Curriculum Vitae Reading by Dr. Nilo Purnami, Otorhinolaryngology Head and Neck Surgery Department, FICS, FISCM. Dr. Nilo, the time is yours.
Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I would like to read the curriculum vitae of Professor Insyakmun, medical doctor, otorhinolaryngologist, head and neck surgeon. He was born in July 10, 1974 in Seoul, Korea. The position is professor in Department of Otorhinolaryngology, Severance Hospital, Yonsei University College of Medicine, Seoul, Korea. The experience in education and training. He has completed medical doctor in Yonsei University Department, Seoul, Korea in February 1999, and he was completed intern in Yonsei University Department in February 2000 in the field of surgery. He has completed as resident in Yonsei University Department of Medicine, Seoul, Korea in February 2004 in the field of otorhinolaryngology. He was completed the visiting resident in House Ear Institute, Los Angeles, California in the field of otology. Is completed in PhD in otology in Yonsei University, Seoul, Korea on August 2011. He has completed visiting scholar in otology in University of Antwerp Hospital, Antwerp, Belgium. He's completed the visiting scholar in Marseille University, Marseille, France in March 2015. He has completed the postgraduate research fellow in Massachusetts Eye and Ear Infirmary, Boston, Massachusetts in August 2018 in the field of otology and neurootology. The personal statement. He is neurootologist from Yonsei University College of Medicine and devoted to lateral skull-base surgeries and endoscopic ear surgeries. Worst foremost experience in active middle ear implant surgery, more than 200. Asia's first experience of total transcanal endoscopic acoustic tumor removal. Korea's first experience of ABI in NF2. More than 500 cases of vestibular schwannoma surgeries and more than 100 cases of external auditory canal carcinoma surgery. The position from 2007 until 2008 as clinical fellow, Department of Otorhinolaryngology, Otology Division, Yonsei University Medical Center. From 2008 until 2011, as clinical assistant professor, Department of Otorhinolaryngology, Otology Division, Chung-Am University College of Medicine. From 2012 until 2013, assistant professor, Department of Otorhinolaryngology, Otology Division, Yonsei University College of Medicine. From 2014 until 2020, Associate Professor, Department of Otorhinolaryngology, Otology Division, Yonsei University College of Medicine. In 2021, as Professor, Department of Otorhinolaryngology, Otology Division, Yonsei University College of Medicine. In 2021, Chairman Department of Otorhinolaryngology, Gangnam Severance Hospital. And experience in the committee from 2012 until 2014, Education Committee, Korean Audiologic Society. From 2013 until 2014, Planning Committee and Korean Otologic Society, 2013 until 2016 as Director, Education and Training Committee, Korean Skull-Based Society, 2014 until 2015, Medical Affairs Committee, Korean Society of URL HNS, 2016 until 2018, Academic Committee, Korean Society of URL HNS, 2019, Director, Publishing Committee, Korean Skull-Based Society, 2020, General Secretary, Korean Pediatric Society of Otorhinolaryngology, 2021, Director, Academic Committee, Korea Otorhinolaryngology Head and Neck Surgery, 2021, Director, Information Committee, Korean Audiologic Society. As editorial boards, 2012, Editorial Board, Yonsei Medical Journal, 2019, Editorial Board, Scientific Reports. And the award achievement on September 20 and 20, Best Paper Award, Korean Otorhinolaryngology Society. On February 2018, Best Paper Award, North American Skull-Based Society. April 2016, Best Paper Award, Korean Otologic Society. May 2012, Best Paper Award, Korean Audiologic Society. 2011, Best Award, Korean Skull-Based Society. April 2006, Minister of National Defense Award. And the contribution to the science. Contribution to endoscopic ear surgeries. He's published 5 articles associated with EES and holds endoscopic ear surgery hands-on workshop every year. And the website is follow. The publication articles as follows, start from 2018 until 2021. And the development of new treatment for vestibular schwannoma, he has endeavored to develop cheap and efficient vestibular schwannoma xenograph models and have explored new treatment modalities for vestibular schwannoma growth suppression, including plasma and sulforaphane. Machine learning prediction for vestibular schwannoma surgery outcome was also addressed. The publication articles start from 2016 until 2020 as follows. And the improvement of conventional treatment of hearing rehabilitation. He has sought to redefine conventional hearing rehabilitation methods for existing and novel auditory implants and to improve conventional medical treatment for patients with hearing loss. The publication articles start from 2011 until 2021 as follows. The complete list of published work, including 95 peer-reviewed, published, and accepted journal papers, on 50 of which he is the first or last author that can be checked in the website below. And the research support in 2021, Korean Healthcare Technology R&D project for health, welfare, and family affairs. The title, Development of Smart Application for Tinnitus Treatment. In 2018, National Research Foundation of Korea, the development of adjuvant treatment using cold atmospheric pressure plasma for skull-based tumor. In 2017, research grant of Korean Institute of Industrial Technology. The title is Development of Health Food for Presbycusis using avocado component. In 2016, research grant of Yonsei University College of Medicine. The title is Development of Novel Zebrafish Human Head and Neck Cancer and Skull-based xenograph model for effective cancer treatment during drug screening. In 2014, National Research Foundation of Korea, and the title is The Detection of Gene Mix Involving Auditory Hair Cell Regeneration After Noise-Induced Cell Damage and Development of Knockout Model Using Zebrafish. In 2013, Korean Healthcare Technology Research and Development Project for Health, Welfare and Family Affairs. The title is Feasibility of Auditory Brainstem Implants in Non-Tumor Patients. In 2012, Research Fund of Yonsei University College of Medicine, the title Development of Novel Zebrafish Human Vestibular Schwannoma Xenograph Model. In 2012, National Research Foundation of Korea, the title is Mass Drug Screening for Therapeutic Agents Against Noise-Induced Hearing Loss. In 2010, Korean Healthcare Technology Research and Development Project for Health, Welfare and Family Affairs. The title is Detection of Micro-RNA Related to Noise-Induced Hearing Loss Using Zebrafish. 2009, Korea Healthcare Technology Research and Development Project for Health, Welfare and Family Affairs. The title is Mass Drug Screening for Therapeutic Agents Against Ototoxic Hearing Loss. That's all. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Tidak terdengar.
Thank you, Dr. Nilo. Next agenda is opening speech by Head of Otorhinolaryngology Head and Neck Surgery Department. To Dr. Muhtarum Yusuf, Otorhinolaryngology Head and Neck Surgery Consultant FICS, you may begin your speech.
Belum di-mute.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. The Honorable Rector, to whom represented by Vice Rector of Universitas Airlangga for Internationalization, Digitalization, Information, Muhammad Profesor MD, MKes, PhD, Internist Consultant. The Honorable Dean of Medical Faculty, Universitas Airlangga, Profesor Dr. Budi Santoso, MD, Gynecologist Consultant. The Honorable Professors of Otorhinolaryngology Head and Neck Surgery Department, the Honorable Coordinator of Otorhinolaryngology Head and Neck Surgery Department Study Program, Senior Staff Members, and dear residents. It gives me great pleasure to welcome all of you to this inauguration ceremony of our Adjunct Professor, recognized by the Otolaryngology Head and Neck Surgery Department, Faculty of Medicine, Universitas Airlangga, Dr. Sutomo, General Academic Teaching Hospital. Welcome to our special guest, Prof. Insuk Moon. Thank you for joining us today. Otorhinolaryngology Head and Neck Surgery Department as a part of Universitas Airlangga is determined to establish Tridharma University, consists of education and teaching, research and development, community service. And implementing the second point, research and development, we had our program to invite adjunct professors from well-known universities around the world to share expertise and escalating our competency in conducting and publishing more research. At the time, it is Prof. Insuk Moon from Department Otorhinolaryngology, Yonsei University College of Medicine, Seoul, South Korea. We believe this program will improve the quality of our doctors, improve the rank of submitted journal, improve the grade our medicine faculty, and provide golden opportunity for Universitas Airlangga to develop international collaboration and step in the right direction to become world-class university with the motto excellent with morality. Once again, we would like to thank you, Prof. Moon, and we are delighted to have you for the program. I would like to thank the committee chairman, committee members, and all of who have supported this event. We hope today's event will run smoothly and inspire us all. That's all from me. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Dr. Muhtarum Yusuf. Next is welcome speech by Dean of Medical Faculty, Universitas Airlangga, to Professor Dr. Budi Santoso, Gynecologist Consultant. The time is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Rector of Universitas Airlangga, represented by Vice Rector Universitas Airlangga for Internationalization, Digitalization, and Information, Muhammad Miftahul Surur, Medical Chapter PhD. Also, Professor in Sokmun, Medical Chapter PhD. And with respectfully, Director of Sutomo General Hospital, Director of Universitas Airlangga Hospital, the Head of Otorhinolaryngology, Head and Neck Surgery Department, the Professor of Otorhinolaryngology, Head and Neck Surgery Department, and all of our distinguished invitation. On behalf of the Faculty Medicine Universitas Airlangga, I would like to welcome all of you, and I would like to express my gratitude to Professor Moon, become the adjunct professor in Department Otorhinolaryngology, Head and Neck Surgery of Faculty of Medicine Universitas Airlangga. As I heard, Professor in Sokmun is a professor who have background neuropathology. His research interests are around endoscopic ear surgery, scalpel surgery, and auditory implant. He has not less than 107 publications with high index of 15. Since his high in well reputation in education, activity, writing, and also staff capacity building, hopefully many publications of paper in international journal will produce. All of those achievements will not only improve our achievement, but also increase faculty and our university performance. I expected that all of this activity will continuously run as our honor to Professor Moon. We would like to not only education network in give lecture to undergraduate and graduate students in department and study program in our faculty, but if there are any academic activity in other faculty in Universitas Airlangga who need the expert of the Professor Moon, he may be useful in other faculty in Universitas Airlangga. Once again, welcome to Faculty of Medicine Universitas Airlangga, and thank you to become our partner. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Professor Budi Santoso. Next agenda is scientific oration by Professor In Sokmun, entitled Artificial Intelligence and Virtual Reality Application to Oncologic Surgery in New Normal Era. To Professor In Sokmun, you may begin your oration.
Thank you for inviting me to this nice online meeting. Today's my talk is AI and VR application to orthopedic surgery in this new normal situation. Last year, huge epidemic hit us, the COVID-19. So we have been reluctant to meet it, talk each other, and academic exchange was also limited. Social distancing was biggest agenda in last year. But even until up to now, in the otolaryngology, we need to do close observation of nose, throat, and ear, which could be most risky part. Of course, we can use the PPE in the clinic, but it's very tough. Can you imagine wearing those for 8 hours per day? And these days, people say that the 5G era will come soon. So we can use this crisis as an opportunity to conduct telemedicine. This challenge was started several years before and accelerated by this COVID situation. Last 2 years, I was engaged several things which I want to introduce today to audience. They could be divided as two categories. They are artificial intelligence and virtual reality. In terms of AI, we could think about automated diagnosis, telemedicine trial, and decision-making support. Before jumping into the content, let us make a definition of several important words. Telemedicine refers delivery of healthcare service to people who live very far. And also, WHO 2010 suggested that telemedicine not only cover diagnosis, treatment, and prevention of disease, it could cover research and education. So that's the telemedicine. Artificial intelligence, based on the definition of Oxford Dictionary, is a computer system able to perform tasks that normally require human intelligence. Today, I will focus on my previous project, which used machine learning. First topic is automated diagnosis. This was published in eBiomedicine in 2019. If we can focus on the otology, the flow of clinic like this. First, patient visit the clinic, and then we can do the history taking and the symptom checking. Then the examination of eardrum is the first gateway. Previously, we used the otoscope. Nowadays, we prefer auto-endoscope. Based on this drum finding, we can do additional tasks. Sometimes we decide to medical treatment or surgical treatment, and sometimes we recommend additional imaging or hearing test. Auto-endoscopic finding can be a key player. My hospital has big library of otoscopic finding, so I made it a target for the automated diagnosis. I reviewed the auto-endoscopic findings in our e-chart very thoroughly. Me, my fellows, my residents, and my nurses made a huge effort. We reviewed every photos one by one. Some photos were excluded because those were taken repeatedly in same patient, and some photos were excluded because the quality is not so good. After that, 10,500 photos were finally included. We labeled them. About 4,300 photos were normal and 6,200 photos were abnormal. In the abnormal photos, we can find perforation, retraction, effusion, and so on. You can see those results were in the chart. There were some conditions which were the frequency was very low. In the beginning of making our program, we wanted to make the program easy. So we selected and categorized these photos as 6 subtypes: normal, perforation, retraction, effusion, tumor, and otitis externa or meningitis. Based on these 6 targets, we used transfer learning. First, we let the machine learn the 1,000 photos, input 1,000 photos, and let the machine know what the cases were categorized. Then 9,500 photos were input and then learned by machine itself. That is how transfer learning works. As a result, the computer could show the accuracy rate of diagnosis. Inception V3 and LessNet 101 are the basic program of machine learning. And also the ensemble is the summation of two programs and can show the higher accuracy rate. Ensemble show 94.2% accuracy rate. Interception V show 93.2% and the LessNet 101 show 91.8%. What is the accuracy of diagnosis? If the condition A is diagnosed as a condition A, it is accurate. If the condition A diagnosed as a B, it is not accurate. So if machine learning tells normal as normal, population as population, it is accurate. But if the machine learning tells normal as a population or population as a normal, it's inaccurate. In this point of view, LessNet 101 shows 91.8, Interception V3 93.3, and Ensemble shows 94.2. So 6 of 100 cases can be wrongly diagnosed, but 94 cases can be confirmed properly. So I built this app. It's not commercialized, used only by myself. After eardrum photo was taken, then click the analyze. Then it shows the result as a population. This is accurate, even though possibility of 6% wrong diagnosis is acceptable. I hope I can make it better. The second topic, what I did, is about the telemedicine trial. These days, we are in the COVID-19 pandemic, and this crisis can be a chance for the challenging this telemedicine. In the last topic, I already made the automated diagnosis program in 2019. So I tried to make the telemedicine program in 2020. Face-to-face clinic is not so accessible as usual. The basic concept is like that. If the eardrum photo were taken by the patient themselves or the doctors who has not so experienced, and then sending this photo to experienced physician, we can get some consult. And moreover, if the computer can diagnose these photos, it is a kind of automated telemedicine. To achieve this goal, the pencil-type humble endoscope shipped by Amazon should make this possible, even the resolution is low. This is a flow chart when a patient visits the hospital. The Dr. A, young and unexperienced doctor, took history and symptom taking, then took eardrum photo using the very humble endoscope device. Then the photo was saved and sent to the more experienced doctor, Dr. B. Maybe the Dr. B can be a professor, and the Dr. B should make an initial impression or initial diagnosis only using the endoscope photo and history and symptom taking e-chart before meeting the patient in person. Then Dr. B can meet the patient. If some more examination like imaging or hearing test he can do, then he make final diagnosis. The first impression before meeting the patient considered as a telemedicine, and the final diagnosis after meeting and doing some more examination can be considered as contact medicine. So first research was look into the telemedicine is useful comparing telemedicine and contact medicine. Second research was looking into the efficiency and the reliability between the physicians. I showed the otoscopic photos and the symptom and history taking data to the other physicians. Physician alpha, beta, gamma, delta. 4 physicians made a first impression or first diagnosis before meeting the patient. They can make a 2 impression with a priority, top 1 and top 2. And then I compared this top 1 and top 2 impression to the final diagnosis made by physician B. And the last research topic is a comparison between first impression made by computer and the final diagnosis made by physician B. The computer program was used. I showed you in the first topic. This first impression made by computer without the human doctor's assistant is unattended medicine and was compared with the contact medicine. This third one can be a final goal of the telemedicine trial. This is the result of second research. Interlater reliability of the 4 physicians who made a first impression. With only top 1 impression, the accuracy rate is a bit low, but using 2 impressions, the accuracy rate can be higher. The accuracy of first impression of physician B, maybe a professor, the accuracy rate of first impression is 77% if using top 1 and 86% if we can use top and top 2. The average accuracy of for otolaryngologists of first impression is 76% if we are using only top 1. If we use top 1 and top 2, the accuracy rate can be 91%. The accuracy of automated computer system shows 69%, almost 70%. This is very close to humans' accuracy rate. There is no significant gap, but the speed of diagnosis showed quite a big gap between the computer and human. Doctor can 1.52 case per minute, but computer make a diagnosis 667 per minute. Third project is quite different topic from first two, is machine learning for decision-making support. It is not related with COVID-19, but is my major and I want to introduce this result. How much helpful the machine learning is in terms of decision-making. My major is skull-base surgery and acoustic neuroma is my major concern. The treatment strategy is very diverse and surgery is still one of the working horse for the treatment of bacterial schwannoma. In the many cases of patient already has no hearing, so translab approach is mostly widely used. But patient with functional hearing, we need to use the hearing preservation surgical approach. But this surgical approach is very difficult. And the hearing preservation is not always guaranteed. And the prediction of hearing preservation or not is also very difficult. If we can predict the result of hearing preservation, it's very useful to decide to do the hearing preservation surgery or not. If there are low possibility of hearing preservation, we can recommend gamma knife radiation or we can do the translab approach. This is how I made a prediction program. The prediction rate is not 100%, but 90% is also acceptable. So I analyzed the patient who went through the hearing preservation surgery for last 20 years in my hospital. The deep neural network, support vector machine, gradient boosting machine, diffuse random forest were the machine learning model that were used. Previously reported studies which were used statistical retrospective review analyzed several variables. But in our research, much more variables were analyzed by the computer. Inputting many variables and using the 50-50 rules, the machine learning model produced some result. When we look at them, SVM model shows only 60% of accuracy rate. GBM and DRF showed almost 90% of accuracy, and DNN showed 90% of accuracy. If the prediction guaranteed hearing and the result is also showed hearing preservation is accurate, and the prediction don't guaranteed hearing and the hearing result was bad is also accurate. Opposite is inaccurate. If the DNN predict the hearing is guaranteed, and then the 19% of the patient can get the hearing preservation after surgery. So I built an app-based program. After putting the variables in the blank, then click the predict, I can get the result. If the result can predict hearing preservation, we can get the 19% of the guarantee of the hearing preservation after surgery. After making this program, I got help in decision making. This is a summary. The AI in terms of automated diagnosis, telemedicine, and decision making support, it can do significant role. And it will be further advanced in near future. This is my first summary. Today's second category is virtual reality. I haven't written a paper on that yet, but last year I did a first attempt on it. I briefly explained what I did last year. They were two here, education support and telesurgery. Virtual reality-based game is already very popular. Left side is seen in the movie and right side is my son's VR experience. With VR, we can do the pre-operation simulation, and surgical training can be done using this VR. We don't need to visit very famous surgeon in the very far away from their own place. If the teacher permit this program, and we can use the VR in the both side and can see the same vision in same time, then we can taught using this VR program. If the hands-on course has not enough sector, we can use this VR program, and some special situation like this year, we also can use this program for the education. Like the Yamagata, my university has also annual education program. We run this program for several years. People from around the world come to participate, and anatomical dissection, live surgeries, and many live lectures can be done. But in this year, we can do it as a user. So I used this VR for hands-on workshop. I called it virtual reality dissection. My basic concept is I can do the virtual dissection by myself, and everyone in the world, they can do the same time in their own place using the virtual reality glass. This is how I make this program. If there is cattle, we made it 3D animation using the program Maya. 3D animation need to be turned as a 3D program, like a gaming. Unreal Engine is used for turning this one. This is very familiar to the programmer. And using this virtual program like a game, we made it the virtual dissection program. We could express incision elevation using like this dotting steps. The company medical IP helped me using the Unreal Engine program. This was conducted last week. Left side is anatomic lab in my hospital, and right side is some audience in Malaysia. They are doing anatomical practice using the VR system. In the left side, our faculty do the virtual dissection, and in the right side, the audience do the virtual dissection under the guiding of my faculty. They do same things in the same time, but the very, very far place. They are doing the same things, insert the endoscope and cutting the eardrum and elevate the eardrum. Mutual feedback and real-time communication is possible. The last topic is telesurgery. I haven't invented the telesurgery program or telesurgery device, but I can just showing the concept of the video from the other industry. If the newcomer is coming, experienced colleague need to help and teach in personal hand by hand. But in this COVID situation, using and wearing this smart glass, the experienced colleague can share same view and instruct remotely. Same work can be adapted to the surgery. Unexperienced doctor and experienced doctor can share same view using this smart glass, and real-time communication and interaction can teach and help the surgery in the distant location. This is my second summary, and I did this educational program last week. I hope we can achieve better program in near future. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Professor In Sok Moon, for the knowledge that been given to us. Next agenda is ceremonial formal speech from our rector, to whom represented by Vice Rector of Universitas Airlangga for Internationalization, Digitalization, and Information, to Dr. Muhammad Miftahus Surur, MKes PhD Internist Consultant. You may begin your speech.
Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Most cordial greetings from Universitas Airlangga, Indonesia. The Honorable Dean of Faculty of Medicine Universitas Airlangga, the Honorable Head of Department of Health Science, ENT, Head and Neck Surgery, Faculty of Medicine Universitas Airlangga, our esteemed Adjunct Professor Candidate, Professor In Sok Moon, MD from Yonsei University, Seoul, and the distinguished guests and faculty members. I sincerely thank you for taking your time to be with us today. And on the inauguration of Professor In Sok Moon, MD from Yonsei University, Seoul, Korea, as adjunct professor at the Faculty of Medicine, Universitas Airlangga. And this year has been quite a challenge for most of us, especially with the ongoing pandemic restriction. I take comfort in knowing that we stand tall still in spite of it all, and Professor in Sigmund is a prime example, having shown us that although the current restrictions have physically constrained us, it can never impede us from exploring the limitless opportunities to bettering our contribution to the society, as well as unlocking more achievements for the brighter future of education. Therefore, it is high honor for me personally to be able to witness the milestone of a distinguished fellow academic. Universitas Airlangga holds our adjunct professor in high esteem. As our university partners, adjunct professors play significant roles in our relentless endeavor to constantly strive for the university's overall academic performance enhancements. Propose academic collaborations, not to mention the potential collaborative research, are the very strands woven into the elaborate cobwebs of our expanding network. Hence, we are forever grateful for the adjunct professor endless support that our university is able to maintain our steadily rising global reputations. Having acknowledged this, it is unfortunate indeed that I cannot congratulate Professor in Sigmund in person. Neither can I be with you all in the person to celebrate today's milestones as we normally would have. However, please know that my thought and well wishes will always be with you, and I'm holding on to hope that we will eventually to be able to see each other face to face by next year. Here's to a new chapter for Professor in Sigmund. My blessings be bestowed upon you always. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Doctor. We've finally reached to the main event of today's agenda, the inauguration ceremony, honorary referring as the Adjunct Professor to Professor in Sigmund. We invite the representative of Rector of Universitas Airlangga, our Vice Rector, Dr. Muhammad Miftahus Surur, to grant the award of honor to Professor in Sigmund. On the left screen, we have Vice Rector of Universitas Airlangga, Dr. Muhammad Miftahus Surur, and on the right screen, we have Professor in Sigmund from Yonsei University. Please to our Vice Rector to hand symbolically the placard and certificate of honor bestowal to Professor in Sigmund as the Adjunct Professor of Universitas Airlangga.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Professor in Sigmund. On behalf of Universitas Airlangga and in particular of the Faculty of Medicine Universitas Airlangga, I handed the certificate and plaque as your acknowledgement as the Adjunct Professor of Otorhinolaryngology Department of Faculty of Medicine Universitas Airlangga. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. Can I talk? Honorable Vice Rector, Professor Muhammad Miftahus Surur, and Honorable Dean Professor Budi Santoso, and dear Professor Muhtaram Yusuf, and dear Professor Nilo Purnami, and many other colleagues. Thank you for this great ceremony for me. Airlangga University and Yonsei University have similar history of starting out as a medical school and developing into a comprehensive university. Both are the oldest medical school in each country. I am very fortunate to have a chance to work at such wonderful institutions. Our relationship started in January last year when I met Professor Nami. Then we met a couple of times, even online. And now we are trying to make a good product, articles and the project. I work and collaborate harder and continuously for our young doctors' future and our friendship. Today is one of my most honorable and glorious day in my life. Thank you very much again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations to Professor In Sok Moon. Please give applause. Thank you very much, Dr. Resmi. Thank you, Professor In Sok Moon. That was the main and our last agenda of today's event. May what we have conducted today will have benefits and advantages to all of us. Thank you so much for your attention. Wabillahi taufik wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good day. Yes, may we have a photo session? Okay, from the first page. Okay, second page. Okay. Next page. Okay, the fourth page. All right, thank you very much for your attention. Good day.
Thank you very much. I appreciate again, and especially Dr. Celia. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Prof. It's an honor to have you as our adjunct professor.
Thank you.
Terima kasih ya. Sudah ya berarti acara ya. Saya izin live ya. Selamat untuk Departemen THT. Thank you very much, Profesor.
Terima kasih, Bro.
Congratulations.
Terima kasih, Prof. Budi.
Ya. Prof Yadi, Prof Yusuf, izin pamit. Assalamualaikum.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.
Prof Moon, thank you, Prof Moon.
Prof Moon, thank you for joining us.
Very much, Prof Moon.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Prof Moon.
Mohon izin dokter, Mas dan Mbak sekalian diharapkan tidak live terlebih dahulu dikarenakan mau foto bersama.
Lepas masker enggak?
Terima kasih, Dr. Asra, bantuannya.
Oh, sama-sama, Dok. Sukses, Dok.
Amin.
Maaf kalau ada kesalahan, Dok.
Ya, nggak apa-apa. Nyaris sempurna.
Oh, oke. Semoga ada tahun depan bisa online, Dok. Inaugurasinya, Dok. Mungkin THT ada nggak meninggal lagi. Oke.
Amin, amin, amin.
Pandu, Dokter Asra.
Oh,
Ke tahun depan
itu
offline.
katanya belum masuk itu Dokter Budi. Siapa namanya yang dari Malaysia ya, Burhan. Aduh.
Prof. Baharudin Abdullah. Sudah saya kirim revisi draft kontraknya.
Ini makanya saya enggak ada ya. Kok belum masuk ya? Maunya saya segera urus tuh ke rektorat itu.
Oh.
Biar segera turun. Waktunya 3 bulan ini. Itu ada revisi ya, Dokter Budi ya?
Iya, ada revisi.
Tangan itu karena ada perbaikan.
Iya, ya. Dan segera saya kirimkan selang 1 atau 2 hari waktu itu, iya.
Iya, terus di CC ke saya lewat WA aja, Dokter Budi.
Oh, siap.
Biar cepat. Nggih, semoga bisa membantu.
Matur nuwun, Dokter Asa.
Nggih. Saya izin dulu ya. Dokter Dani ya, Dokter Budi. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Mohon izin kami mulai sesi foto bersama dokter, Mas dan Mbak sekalian.
Buka masker.
Oke, silakan dokter. Mulai dari layar pertama, mohon bersiap. 1, 2, dan 3. Layar kedua, mohon bersiap-siap. 1, 2, 3. Layar ketiga, mohon bersiap-siap. 1, 2, 3. Oke. Layar keempat, mohon bersiap-siap. 1, 2, 3. Layar kelima, mohon bersiap-siap. Ada layar kelima, Pak? Oke. Ya, mohon 3. Sampun dokter Mas Mbak semua.
Terima kasih Dokter Rusi dan tim. Langkah yang bagus awal.
Terima kasih Dokter Rusi. Dokter Celia. Dokter Nilo.
Kita mulai tidur
foto
malam.
depan aula ya. Kita perlu foto berkumpul depan aula.
Dokter Ramdhani tampilannya berbeda ya.
Kenapa Mas?
Luwih soger
ya.
Luwih soger.
Lebih muda dan
lebih ganteng Dokter Ramdhani.
Lebih mulus.
Lebih mulus.
Tipuan kamera.
Ayo Dok, sepedaan lagi Dok.
Oh sudah Dokter Buku.
Oh sudah.
Ampun. Ayo gabung Dokter Buku.
Siap.
Tadi foto di depan aula ta, Dok? Iya carane. Jalan. Iya.
Caranya melaku merono jalan-jalan.
Lah monggo kalau berkenan.
Siap Dok.
Siapa yang berkenan?
Ini mumpung bajunya masih lengkap ini.
Ya. Yang dari rumah.
Di rumah Dokter Budi.
Yang dari rumah.
Saya di rumah.
Keluarin mobil dulu.
Double zoom ini sama RSUA.
IPE ya Mas?
Iya.
Sama juga.
Iya.
Iya di studio UPD foto-foto.
Monggo kalau mau ke FK Dok. Iya. Saya tak ketemu. Monggo yang di rumah sakit bergerak ke depan yuk. Yang
kalau ke FK subuh kok. Ada subuhannya enggak?
Apa?
Ya Pak Wande.
Anu mentan. Mentan.
Panas melaku merono kudu disuguhi.
Maaf
Ayo,
ya, Dokter Rom
ayo
Doni.
kalau bergerak.
Dingin dok, monggo dok.
Siap.
Teh botol sosro.
Mantap dok itu dok. Apapun makannya kan teh botol sosro minumnya.
Ini disponsori itu caranya. Siapa mau bergerak ke depan?
Saya izin tidak bisa ya dok.
Ya, enggak apa-apa. Makanya ini kan ditawari yang bergerak. Nanti bergerak sendirian kan panas nanti.
Berdua sama patung. Menawi sampun mantun izin lift.
Ya, kita izin lift aja.
Monggo dokter,
Hostnya
monggo.
siapa ini?
Izin lift
Yang
Prof
di-
Yadi, Prof Ira.
Ya.
Ini izin
Mohon
lift.
izin undur diri.
Iya.
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum. Dari UPD.
Salam, terima kasih. Gabung
Dan
lagi
Boy
hari
itu.
Sabtu.
Di baliknya UPD itu.
Ya, Mas Boy, Mas Rardian.
Iya.
Boy dan Boyke ya.
Izin live Dr. Mutaro, bicara di RSUA.
Ya, terima kasih Dokter Rosa.
Iya,
Ya,
Dr.
izin lift menemani Dr. Rosa.
Assalamualaikum
Dr.
warahmatullahi
Mutarim.
wabarakatuh. Maaf tadi monitor aja saya. Alhamdulillah acara lancar.
Assalamualaikum.
Ayo, itu yang di UPD itu. Apa kabar,
Yang di
Bos?
belakang layar tuh.
Ya, nggak apa-apa Dokter Mutaro.
Iya.
Alhamdulillah
Sukses.
lancar.
Nyaris sempurna.
Ya.
Terima kasih, Dr. Boy.
Sama-sama dok, sama-sama. Ini Yodi ngumpet, Yod. Ayo Yod.
Ya. Jadi sehat-sehat Pak Yodi.
Nah, teman semua mohon maaf, nggih saya double juga ngapunten.
Nggih, pamit. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Seluruh PPDS, matur nuwun. Nggih.
Izin Dokter Dan, live.
Oke, monggo. Saya juga mau live. Prof
Iya,
Nasran, matur nuwun rawuhnya.
Pekerjaan lain. Nyiapkan PowerPoint-nya PKB ini.
Oke.
Ya, Assalamualaikum.
Wassalam. Izin live juga. Assalamualaikum.